Hi there, we're live. Woohoo! Okay, we'll watch to see if anybody pops on because Wanda doesn't have her phone. Nobody's on there yet. So I have to kind of watch it. See, the problem is I get this far away and I can't. Right. Yeah. Um, okay, so is Trees coming?
I don't know, I thought so.
Okay. Yeah.
I learned from her today.
Yeah.
She usually tells me if she's not, so I'm assuming she is.
Well, this is all good. I just knew I knew people that weren't gonna be here. I mean, I knew that Emma was working, Jackie's in Colorado. April had an appointment with her builder. Abby's in Kansas for work. I talked to Kendra. She's got a hair, she's doing hair tonight. I texted a lot of people today. Maria, actually, she texted me back and she has class tonight, so she couldn't be here.
Yeah, because I told her I would even pick her up
Mhm.
if she wanted to come.
Yeah, so I knew that lots of people that way were not gonna be able to be here. I didn't hear back from Molly. So I kind of figured that was gonna be the case on our side, so. But I had some fun things we can talk about tonight, like it's about time, right? What do you
It's
think?
about time.
We should talk about that?
Sure.
So I thought we should do some celebrating first.
Yeah.
Yeah? Wanna do some
We're
celebrating?
here!
We're
Yay,
here.
Wanda and I!
Yay! So, okay, so whoever's on, is that Jessie or whoever? Wanda does not have her phone, so you won't be able to.
I do though.
Oh,
so-
but Krista has her phone, so you could, chat that way. You have comments to make. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
right, so, here finally after I don't know how many days, but missed last week. I missed more in this last year than I missed my entire career in Mary Kay. I think. So-
Let's fix that.
Yeah. Who has good news? Do you have either of you celebrating good news tonight?
I do have some chocolates over there, or
Yeah.
some, got that card.
Sure, I made some text messages to team members and customers about the toning lotion and CC cream. I sent them the video with Cindy Williams in it
Yes.
and got some reorders just from that
Nice.
direction.
Awesome, there you go.
All right. Good news from you, Wanda?
I did bring a gift bag to the event hotel lady that
Yeah.
helped me, and one to our GM and his wife. So,
Awesome.
we'll see.
Awesome. Planting Mary Kay seeds.
Yes.
It's planting season, right?
Everywhere we go.
Right? Yes. Everything blooms at different times. All right, so celebrating. Did anybody sell any product this last week?
Yeah,
I'm jumping right to it.
I did, yes,
You did?
yes.
Teresa did. Stand up, you sold $100 more?
I think it was probably right at 100.
Right at 100. All right. Okay. So,
I did deliver product after work today, and I have some to deliver after meeting.
great. Okay, so then you'll count it for next week, right?
Yep. Because I haven't got paid yet, so can't count it
Yeah,
yet.
I get it. Gotta do your books how it makes most sense in your own mind, right? So,
Right.
Okay, so we're in a new quarter. Anybody got an order in for that new quarter yet?
I'm on target.
You're on target? Awesome. Necklace on the way? Have you got it yet?
That should show up at my door tomorrow.
Yay. Very
And
fun.
that was from the last order.
This is the newest one. Cute, pretty. Then on the back side it says you hold the key. Fancy. That moves. I wasn't sure if it did. It kind of looks in the picture like it's in it, in the
Yeah,
circle or
I was
something.
kind of hoping that it was 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why, I just was wanting
Yeah,
it
there,
to be
it's
2
hooked on the
pieces.
one thing, but it is. So you could change it up if you wanted
Could
to.
separate it.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Trying to think contacts. Contact Queen made some contacts.
I think, we could talk about the addition to the key earners. What else?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Have you heard? I know I posted it, but not always are those things seen. That what comes along with earning your key this month?
I chance to get Stacy James.
Yes, woo! Good job, Shawanda, for reading the text, the thing. Yes, so soon she wants to do the drawing for any March orders of 600 wholesale or more. Then you can be in the drawing to earn her to come to your city and lavish you with gifts or dinner or whatever. And it sounds like she wants to hopefully hold those in May or June, and she'll do a guest night in your city. So
Nice.
that's exciting that it will have won't have to
Fast
wait as
turnaround.
long, yeah. Yeah, cause she wants it to be powerful too, as far as to help wrap up, next steps in your career path too, and cruises, right?
Yes.
So, all right. What am I forgetting there? Anything? You're both excited for the weekend?
Yes.
Career conference?
We have a side note, I looked at the maps today because I-29 is closed.
Uh-huh.
So don't just hop over to Nebraska City and take 75 down, because I hear that's horrendous because everybody's taking that because I-29 is closed. So at least take 77 all the way down to Marysville and then over to 75, just to skip some of it. I know it's a little bit of backtracking, but I think it will save a lot of traffic headaches.
Okay, so 77 to Marysville
And then over to 75 and down.
okay.
Or you could just go the other way and just plan that there's gonna be a
Some
lot
delay.
of traffic.
No, I like your idea. I was gonna look that up.
You can like zigzag all the way down, like 77 and then zigzag all the way down to Topeka and not even go over to 75.
Uh-huh,
So, but it's easy to go down to Marysville and then over and then down. And I think where Marysville cuts across, I'm guessing that maybe I-29 might be reopened
there.
that far down, but I don't know, I didn't totally look at I-29's map.
I know when we went in June, the only time I've ever been to Topeka, we took 75 just straight down.
Right, yeah,
So,
because it runs right into
right
it.
into it. But I need to figure out where I'm going once I even get there. I don't know any of that.
And every time I go to Topeka, I get lost, because it's such a spread out city, so,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So, and is the hotel connected to the convention center?
That's
Did
what
someone
it
say that?
says on there, on the site.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what it,
On where you
On the-
registered, it
Mhm.
says that it's connected.
Okay, cause it's supposed to be, is it supposed to be rainy down there too? We
Yes,
heard It's supposed to be rainy here
yes.
this weekend.
Just checking something, I didn't know if it was a comment from somebody or not.
Looked like an email.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so,
Good, I'm glad you,
yes,
Do that.
that's good, we like that
So
you,
just a housekeeping note. to
yeah, smart housekeeping, then
Try to
that's good.
avoid the major traffic and take 77.
I wondered about that too.
and are you getting down there early and gonna try to go to dinner, or are you doing anything are you guys going down?
I haven't talked with the girls yet, but my thought today, I gave it some thought and I figured if we left at 1, we'd get down there by 4 o'clock, check in the hotel, then we could go have dinner and then go over and check into the convention center. So, are you wanting to go to dinner or?
If you wanna let me know, yeah, I think that we have the director's class, there is a watch party at 3:30. For anybody can go to that, I know Abby's gonna was planning to be there at 3:30 for that, so, I don't really know what that is. But,
Probably some training on a watch party if it's like a simulcast thing.
yeah, I think that's what it sounded like it was gonna be, for consultants in that. So, yeah, so if you guys are gonna go somewhere, then
I like to eat, so we'll go somewhere.
eating is good.
Yeah.
You need to for that length of time.
And I do know Stacy has a room at the convention center that she'll do just some little, get everybody together at the end, like she's done before, and celebrate rah-rah, whatever, for the night's over.
Yeah,
Do you know who our nationals are gonna be down there?
I do not know, national, have you seen that?
I thought I did at one point, but I don't. Alls I know is that Stacy's visiting, she's not hosting.
Right.
Yeah, I think I looked at it at one point too. It seems like Jill Davis and,
I did reload the events app on my phone today, so I could
Mhm.
at least look at the schedule, but
yeah, have that on there. but I've seen it, but I don't know who. I'd have
It's
to
okay,
go
I was
in.
just curious. I'll find out
Yeah.
soon enough.
Right,
Yeah, so, all right.
and then figuring out lunch on, if there's things that are around there. I
I'm-
actually did qualify for the lunch, and
Ooh.
so.
Good girl.
That's exciting.
I
that was
actually
kinda
know
fun.
some
You're
people down there, so I
lucky.
thought I would message them
Nice,
and ask
see if we
what
can,
their suggestions were for restaurants right
Uh-huh.
around there.
nice, okay.
I think there's a little Mexican one right down the road, but I don't know
Uh-huh.
if we wanna eat Mexican and then sit there for hours again,
Yeah,
so, but
yeah.
maybe,
I
so.
know. But I've got, so I have Teresa and Abby and April and possibly Emma. Emma's working on it to go, so that'd be awesome,
I have your number and I have Teresa's number for sure, so
fantastic.
we should
That's
be able to
Cause
communicate.
I'll go and on Friday I'll go to the director, there's a director's
Right.
workshop, so I'll go to that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, there's
So
a-
with, the only other thing I was gonna say, with 5 days rest of today, we're gonna wrap up fast, but then, and then the 5 remaining days in March, don't forget you want to work on your, how many items sold, 50 items sold for your SNAP charm. We still have plenty of time and great need for marking plans, so when you have 8, right? They get a ring, you can get a ring, 8 marketing plans or 8 guests, so, I know there's even possibly a meeting here tomorrow night, but there's also one, Amy will have her Thursday night meeting if you need a night for guests this week at 7 here. And I
Yeah.
think that's everything, the brush sets,
the month ends on Sunday,
yeah.
so we'll have like, 24 hours.
And then we get a bonus for going to career conference.
Yeah, it'll come off already if you want it.
Well,
I ordered today and it might be
Jesse was
off.
asking me when it would be
Oh,
available
I
on
was-
there.
I was surprised that it did, I thought you had to actually attend.
I did
that's what I was
Well, you
thinking that
paid
you had
for
to
it.
attend.
I know I did
But,
pay for
but
it,
if you wind up having to, if you wind up transferring, then
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, so I was shocked when I see, well, of course,
Yeah.
so it came off today, so,
Nice.
yeah. Bonus. Yeah.
I could've got some toning lotion now when I placed my order.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you order?
Monday,
Monday, yeah. Oh, yesterday.
yeah, yesterday.
And it didn't come off yesterday?
Uh-uh,
You sure?
uh-huh.
Oh, yay.
Oh.
So Jesse's here. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Sent samples out to 2 people on Saturday, and we'll have a $100 day tomorrow.
Awesome. Way to go.
That's great.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's exciting. So I was thinking we should have some themes and I don't know, I just got inspired this morning and I thought we needed to just have some mindset, mind shift. What are we gonna do?
I'm ready.
Okay. So I was kind of thinking about, what are the things that really we need to master and handle first and time. Would you say that? So it's about time. So, what we should celebrate, you guys didn't hear that, we did wrap up the
Oh,
equinox.
yes.
Yeah, so
I
that.
should have said, Melinda, what's your good news?
Yeah, Melinda, what is your good news?
Yeah, so we did wrap up that equinox, and we're not done yet, we have plenty of time.
Okay,
So-
you were talking Premier and Premier
Premier
Plus.
Plus,
So what
uh-huh.
is the difference?
The Premier Plus is more
Equinox
production.
versus Mini.
But I
Yeah, the
mean,
Mini.
But is
Or
it
Traverse.
different car
Yeah.
levels?
Yes, it's a Chevy Traverse or the Mini Cooper,
Is the Plus.
that's the Plus,
Oh.
Premier Plus.
So but you're still selling for the Equinox?
She
well,
hit the Equinox.
We hit that, we got that done.
Okay,
So depending on where we land on March 31st, we could do Premier Plus. But that's where we said we need another 75 minimum orders.
okay.
So we need about 17,000 to hit.
Premier Plus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
But do you want the Mini Cooper or do you want
It's
your
18
She's not
Equinox?
taking the Cooper because Nolan won't fit in the back.
yeah, it's 18,000 more. So from Premier to Premier Plus is 18,000 more in production. So we'd need about 17,000, which is doable if you have new team members. I
Right.
mean, it's 5 new diamond stars or,
Yep.
And our puppy will fit in the Traverse better.
yeah, Yeah, cause I've
How
got
much more bigger is
buds,
the Traverse versus the Equinox?
it's bigger,
It's
you can
bigger
seat
than
8.
my car.
Yeah, you can seat 8 in the Traverse,
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
must be thinking of a different
yeah.
SUV.
It's the
I'm
level.
like, I would be fine with the Equinox.
It's the level
Yeah.
larger than
But
the
you're
Equinox.
shooting, we're gonna get the Cadillac.
Yeah, the Equinox is awesome, that would be the one I would choose, I would choose that for my family and for, all the way around, there's not, a lot of other options on the Traverse, I did look at that.
Did you?
Like, is there more options, it uses more gas than the Equinox,
It's bigger.
so, yeah, it's bigger.
Yippee.
But, and if you take delivery on the Equinox, then you can't bump up to Premier Plus. So you can bump up to Cadillac, but you can't bump up to Plus. So then you'd have to,
Say that again.
you can't, so if I take delivery on the Equinox, I couldn't bump up to the Premier Plus at the end of June. So let's say we finished Equinox, which we did, and I take that car, which I would, then June 30th, if we just only finish it at Premier Plus, I couldn't get a new car. But when we finish Cadillac, I can get a new car even though I took delivery on the Equinox.
Okay,
Because you can bump up to Cadillac at any time,
okay.
so. But the numbers change, then like what you asked me today, like how much do we have left, what do we have to do? March 31st, if we wouldn't complete it, then we would have to, like we'd need 195 orders to finish Cadillac by March 31st.
Okay. So,
That's a lot.
by
We're
taking
not
the Equinox and then trying to go to Cadillac, we would have the 175?
It'll reset, it just depends on how much we finish with production
Okay.
this month, or where our production lands. Cause Cadillac is 102,000 wholesale in
Okay,
a 6-month time frame. So depending on where we finish January, February, March, then we can know what we'd need to do April, May, and June to wrap up Cadillac,
okay.
which will be the goal, to wrap that up.
We need to be in a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Just saying. No
Mhm.
pressure.
No pressure.
Let's go, girls.
Right, so,
Yeah.
it's happening. But the thing I love about it is it happens with activity,
Yeah.
like stars, and people earning cars, and people earning cruises, and people moving up into red jackets, and DIQs, and on into that. That is one of the coolest things, and how it all plays together. And really, if you look at that, think about that, how Mary Kay, really you're double priced. I think that yeah, with all of it, like, you were in a car, that's gonna put me in a bigger car.
Yeah.
They would not have to do that.
But Mary Kay is so nice.
Pretty
I
amazing,
mean, it's
really.
doubling up on production.
So we do know it is really all about show and tell, show and tell, show and tell. Make connections. Who do you know? Is there any reason why you couldn't refer me to her?
Right.
Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know that'll listen? So we're talking about, it's about time. And I really think that that's one of the things, you guys, I know you've heard me say it all the time, is time goes so fast. I feel like sometimes I feel like, wait, actually I feel like that a lot. Do you guys ever feel like that?
Yes.
It's like, oh my gosh.
How is there only 5 days left in March?
Yeah, it was just January 1st.
Yeah. Already 3 months into the new year.
Melissa on our director's thing somewhere on one of the things, she said, yeah, there's only 40 weeks till Christmas.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, on Monday. Because Monday was March 25th.
Fun.
So-
Yeah, because she was talking about the Annunciation.
Uh-huh. The Jesus' birthday's, so 40 weeks, 9 months, I'm like, stop. I don't even want to hear, like, how fast that goes. And, looking at the clock and thinking, oh my gosh, where did the last 15 minutes go? Do you ever do that? Like, you feel like you look, like you're getting ready, or like it's an hour later? I feel like that happens to me all the time when I'm getting ready. Like, I have all this time, like, I can get this done, and then I'm late.
And if you're at a JOB, you're like, that 15 minutes hasn't even gone by yet.
Yeah, and true. It's been a long time for me on that. How long, I would.
Yeah.
But I feel like even like when I go to meetings for school for Nolan, I just am always amazed at how fast that goes. So, the thing that I guess that I've learned is that really, when you talk about time management, because for so long, I really feel like I always said, you gotta manage your time. How can I manage my time better? It's time management. Well, we all get the same 24 hours. Even those people that are masterful and they get all those things done, the one that she's like a mom of 10, she homeschools, she cleans her own house. And she's like the CEO of Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
And she's fit and, wow. But we do know that probably she has some help. And what it really just boils down to is it's not time management, it's self-management. So figuring out what it is that we want to do and what we're gonna manage. So I have been reading a new book. Did you see this? Girl, stop apologizing.
Today I'm at the 10-10-1.
You do it?
Have you got to the 10-10-1 yet?
In here?
Uh-huh.
No. I'm
That's
on,
right.
I'm on excuse 5.
I think I'm on excuse 6 or 7.
10.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Okay.
Started reading.
Yeah. I like how she is just put it out there. I really feel like everything she tells us is stuff we've learned in Mary Kay.
Oh, totally.
Don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, it's just, she's out there, she's got that message, she's been out there. I love the fact that she's self-made, that she comes from, she's not highly educated, but she just doesn't let things stop her. So when I was reading that the other day, that I guess probably that's where it came from, part of it, but I've got these other books over here, Entrepreneur Roller Coaster and The Success Principles. The things that I keep going back to is that really all of the books will tell you that are going in that direction is that you're not gonna find the time, you have to make the time. So what we need to decide is what it is that really is important to us. What are we gonna, what do we wanna do? We really are in control of our schedule. Several years ago, the other thing that I heard is you are where you are by the choices that you make. And when I heard that made me mad. Remember me when I learned that? Do you remember that when I learned it? So we are where we are by the choices where we are. I'm like, no, sorry. People have made choices for me and I have had to just deal with it. But when I stop and think about it, and I really look back to, yeah, I did say yes to that. And ultimately, I did say yes way back in the beginning. I was okay with that way back when, which leads to those perpetual things. So really taking a look at that and what it is that we want to switch up, or that you want to switch up, and what you want to get in control of. So I think probably the first thing is to look at okay, how am I spending my time? How are you using the time that you have? So you gotta look at that, but I think you also gotta know what it is that's important. So prioritization, making a list of everything that's important to you. Write down all your priorities. Okay, so everything that you gotta do and all those things and the things that are important to you. And I think you gotta kind of offset that too with where it is you wanna go. You need to have that in mind about this is what I want to achieve. And then you got that whole list, and then you gotta whittle it down to 3. What are my top 3 priorities? Because you can't do a whole list and you can't have all those some days. And then Jack Canfield talks about when you do that, then actually it might be Darren Hardy. Then you gotta whittle down to 3 and throw the rest of the list away, which is what I don't do that. I might have to recreate the list later on. No. But I think even the top nationals, and Pam Shaw is someone who I've studied a lot, National Sales Director Pam Shaw, she talks about that when you're planning and you're doing all this and you have things that distract you, that's also a place to make a list. Because I guess maybe it's a different kind of list. I was thinking it was the same, but now that I'm saying out loud, it's not. So you got your prioritization list of what your priorities are. What the list she talks about making is the bug list. What are the things that bug you, that distract you in your schedule? So then you can release it. You got it all on paper. So you wanna have a bug list that's like, what bugs me? Like, and that's 2 lists probably, one for your business and one for your house. Cause like, do you pull up to your house and like pull up to and you think, oh my gosh, there's always those weeds and like, I really need to clean that out. Or you pull into the garage and you think, oh my gosh, pretty soon there's not even gonna be room for my car. Or do you open the door and you walk in the stairs and there's like clutter all the way up the stairs? Or, is there a hole in the wall? Or is there, a light fixture you don't like? Some of those things that every time you go by you think, then you're making a list that goes on your bug list. Or with your business, like every time you open your trunk, you go, I can never find anything.
Yep.
Or, you're looking for a name and because we spend a lot of time doing that kind of stuff, like trying to figure that all out. So so making that bug list, and that goes in the back of your planner so that you can, when you've planned your week and you planned then you've got a time where you can slip that in, then you look at that list and think, oh, I've got time, I could probably do that today. You schedule it. I'm going a totally different direction than I was gonna go because I'm bringing out my Mary Kay stuff. Rachel's great, Jack's great, Darren's great. Really? We know, Mary Kay, they have given us all this. What it is it's a weekly plan sheet. Okay, prioritizing what it is you wanna see. What is it that you wanna do? So you've got that set. And then when you prioritize that, then what we need to do is look at finding the time. Where can I make the time? I already said, you're not gonna find it, you gotta make it. But the way you do that is you figure out, you track your schedule for a week or two, and you figure out where in there you could slip in some time. What is it that you're doing? So keep a time diary. You do that right on your planner, right on your phone, wherever you want. And then you're looking at that and thinking, okay, well, I've started watching 3 different TV shows. I actually have. American Idol. And then right after American Idol, on Monday nights is The Fix. Can't believe I sat there and watched that last night, and I've watched it 2 weeks now.
Never heard of it.
I usually am doing stuff with it, but then on Tuesday nights, like when I get home tonight, The Rookie's on. Have you guys watched The Rookie? So The Rookie is this cop show. It's really dramatic. Like they have all this drama. Like there's way too much drama. Like what's gonna happen tonight is like over the top. Like this rookie, he's like seen it all in 8 weeks. Like his captain's been killed, and tonight there's gonna be an earthquake. So I'm telling you this because it happens to the best of us, right? So not necessarily 9 to 10 that's probably not the best ideal time anyway. That's kind of a downtime anyway. But I could be writing notes. I could be doing some of the other stuff that's important during that time. I actually usually am eating when I get home from meetings. So there's my justification, right? We are where we are by the choices that we make. But look at that schedule and I think, okay, where could I fit that in? This is really important. I really want to earn that Cadillac. I really it's non-negotiable, I'm going on that cruise. It's non-negotiable that we are building a national area. It's non-negotiable. What is it for you? It's non-negotiable. I'm gonna be a sales director. What is it for you? And when you have that, then you're putting everything around that. You're taking that weekly plan sheet or your calendar and you're scheduling yourself in. And then those 5 hours that you need a week, because you really don't need much more than that.
Right.
But then you gotta hold that sacred. You're not letting anybody take you away from that. Or you're not letting this take you away from it. It's like, nope. We're making those decisions for our future, not based on feelings. Okay, so you're gonna make a timeline of your current week. Then you're gonna, through that, you're gonna find your 5 hours. You can do 5 days a week, 1 hour at a time. You can do 1 day a week, 5 hours. You could take 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. You're gonna schedule it in. And then you're gonna treat those 5 hours as sacred. That's, Rachel tells us that, but Pam Shaw told us that way before her. Building them in during your, and here's the other thing. With whatever that priority is, or whatever it is that you wanna see, that you wanna have happen, you really wanna try to figure out how you can build that into your best hours. So don't put that in your day where you're at your lowest. Follow me on that?
Yes.
So if you're not a morning person, don't put your phone calls in the morning. Or if your nap time is, your sleepy time is 3 to 4, which that's my sleepy time, that is not a good booking time for me. If I was at another job, that wouldn't be my high time to make sure I got everything done, whatever my boss is wanting me to do. So you're thinking about those kind of things. Or if I was the boss, we might have to have nap time during that time. I really don't take a nap all the time, but actually very rarely anymore. Because I'm on a mission, like who needs sleep? Well, we all do. That was a rhetorical question, because we all do need sleep, and that is the other thing I think that's actually important when you're looking at its time, is you gotta take care of you. Really? The only way to get more energy that I found is eating right, sleeping, and exercising.
Rachel sleeps 8 hours a night.
She sleeps 8 hours a night. Yeah.
Schedules it in.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do. There's time for us. And bookending our day. So like you have your things you do in the morning when you get up, and you have your things you do in the evening before you go to bed. That's the same every single day. It's a routine. It becomes a habit. So you get up at the same time, you do the same things, you get your day started. So you've got that bookmarked. How was my battery already low? Sorry, Jess. Okay. So you're bookmarking that, and your end of your day is the same thing. You're doing the same things at night, so that your body knows what it's doing. It's time to go to bed. I'm trying to teach Nolan. Can't lay in your bed all afternoon, like when you get home from school, and then your body know to go to bed when it's time to go to bed. It doesn't know what to do. Should we watch some more videos? Read a book. Okay. Plan your schedule. We talked about prioritizing. Decide to discipline yourself. Yeah. And then here's the big question. This is what and you've read the book, so you know, if not now, then when? When I read that, I thought, if not now, then when? That's the question that we have to keep asking ourselves. I wrote it in big letters on my mirror in my bathroom. If not now, when? Then when? If not now, then when? When? Now's the time. This is the time. Everything's lined up. It's a perfect time. Don't you think?
Yes.
It's all lining up for us. Particularly with our business. I mean, seriously, if you think about it, we have the best products out there on the market. We got a cruise that we can run after. We got money that we can earn. Oh my gosh. Really, there's a lot of money we can earn. That's almost really crazy to think about it. And not that that's everything, but might be. Let's give it a try.
I was thinking about it today, actually, because I'm at the point in the book where Rachel's talking about goals, and if one of your goals is to have $1 million in the bank, and so I was thinking about what Mary Kay can offer us and how we could get to $1 million, and
Yeah,
so yeah.
it's all there for us. Really, and if you think about it, like where you're at, and I know, promoting yourself up to the director's level, the increase, it's just, I think about that like with how much we get paid on, getting paid back on our own orders, and bonuses, the bonuses for a star consultant. Directors get a bonus when they have 5 or more star consultants in a quarter. Yeah, when you have 5 or more star consultants in a quarter, you get a $300 bonus. And then $50 more for every other star. Quarterly. You're getting a prize, I'm getting a prize. I'm included in that 5. I think that's amazing. I almost say we don't want to talk about that too loud because they might change it. I mean, when you're part of the 5, Mary Kay is so generous. Yeah. What we do is not common. Really what we're doing is we're serving. We're out there showing the product, telling the story. Who do you know? Can I show you the product? Is there any reason why I put this on, take that off, put this on? How's your face feel? Do you like it? Great, you can have it. It's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't like it, we can give it back. I'm gonna send it back to Mary Kay, she's gonna give me a new product. Who do you know that might wanna get together? You and me and free, let's get you some free product. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? I think you'd be great. Can I share some information with you? You earn 50%. We buy our products at a 50% discount. Every time you sell something, you double your money. It's a $100 decision. Is there any reason why you don't want to just give it a try? The worst thing that can happen is you can go back to being a customer. I think we complicate it. I know, I'm sure I complicate it when I'm doing some of those marketing plans. They don't need all that information. They need to know it's a $100 decision. I'm going to be here to hold your hand. If it doesn't work, you can get out. You can go back to being a customer. I'm not going to have you do an oath in blood. You're not signing over your firstborn. You might want to stay for the rest of your life. That's exciting, right? And then to think that we're changing people's lives. Think about my life. Think about your life, where I'd be, how much different my life would be if I would have said yes to Mary Kay, even though I would have never thought I would be here 25 years later. But to think about where Nolan's at and the skills that I have, the flexibility I have to practically homeschool him, even though I'm not homeschooling him. I mean, and to have the conversations that I'm having at the school, and who knows, yeah, really, much to be thankful for. So let's master ourselves. Let's decide to be disciplined, and let's know that it's our time. It's our time. It's our time. It's your time. Your time to shine. You can have whatever you want. Belief plus activity equals results. Who are we willing to talk to? Who are we willing to ask? 20 seconds of courage. Okay, anything else? Any questions? That's everything you already knew, right?
Good reminders. Always good to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I think for me, when I was thinking about it, but the thing that is sometimes we fall into that trap of saying, I need more time, when really we all have the same amount of time. We just have to prioritize and figure out what it is that we're working after, and then make the commitment. Take the sacrifice. So, okay, have a great God-filled glorious week. We'll see you, Jesse, in Topeka for a fun-filled, exciting 24 hours where I'm sure we're gonna get some good stuff. I don't know what we're gonna get, but it's gonna be good. They really didn't talk about any of that. We got some of the training, but no one shared anything about what they really are training, what they're doing. So it's gonna be